Okay. I'm getting everything set up here. So give me just a second. It won't take okay, here we go. We got the game running, and we need to obviously scale this a little bit here so we get it we get it covering the entire canvas. We don't want it looking ugly, right? We need it capturing the entire game. And okay, now we're ready. We're ready to begin the live stream, and it's been something that I've always wanted to do for quite a while now. This isn't more of an upload. If it showed up as an upload, it really isn't. More of a it's more of a live stream than anything else. So I'm not going to get into every single detail until everyone around here gets comfy. So in the meantime, I'll pretty much just try to let out tidbits of information, and then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to let full force. I'm just going to explain everything about the future of the channel, the things that I have been doing while I was gone, while I was absent away from the channel. And personally, I've always wanted to create and everything, but it's been really hard for me to do so. But, yeah, you get the gist. Okay, so I feel really comfortable talking about it on stream right now. So once again, officially for the first time ever, you're gonna hear my unbridled thoughts, and you're gonna hear everything. You're gonna understand everything that I'll try. I'll try my best to make it make sense in some way. So while I'm doing it, I'm going to lower the game volume so you don't hear it that much. And apply, find game, casual, start search. The game might be a little bit distracting and it might get in the way of things, but I didn't want to stream TF2 just for the intent of streaming TF2. Like, obviously the title is way different than it is. So, there you go. Alright, so right now I wanted to start live streaming something to explain something about the channel, something that I'll explain things that I've been dealing with over the past month. Why haven't I been, uploading regularly as before? Like, I remember years ago on the channel, I used to upload so much. I used to have so many ideas, so many things rushing through my head. I had so many ideas. But now I feel really drained, you know? I feel really I feel really drained here, because I'm focusing on a lot of things. It gets progressively hard for me to think of new content. Like, sure, in my prime time, I used to be so creative, and I'm sitting here wondering myself, oh, new item. I'm sitting here wondering myself where the time has gone. And it sucks. But, I first wanted to talk about the future of the channel, so yeah, I will discuss that right now. So the future, oh shit. The future of the channel is something that I've always thought about. I've always thought about the future of things. What's gonna lie ahead for me, the YouTuber itself, the holy Adam Dev, who knows pretty much how to make content, right? Quality content. I'm just kidding. But what will happen in the near future is what I keep thinking. Is my channel going to die? Is it going to... Am I going to think of something really, quote-unquote, groundbreaking, like I always do? And that question I have pondered for quite a while. I've always thought about that. I understand that I'm not supposed to be thinking so much about the future. And I get it. You're not supposed to think too much about it. You're supposed to think about what happens in the present, like your channel. Like, think about the stuff you can make to make a difference in the future, if you know what I mean. And it does get kind of hard for me to explain on stream. Sometimes there'll be silence gaps, but I don't think you should worry too much about those, because it's times like these where I start thinking so much about what I want to say about the channel. Give me a second. Let me lower the volume on the game. Okay, that's too low, but it'll do for me. It could sound a little bit silent, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. But yeah, the future of the channel. I do want to go back to making Gary's Mod videos, which, like, Gary's Mod videos for me, they were pretty fun to make, even though I kind of got stressed out making them. They were still pretty fun to make. I used to have so many ideas for Gary's Mod content, and I do want to return to that. I do want to return to Gary's Mod content. Of course, I do have a lot of unfinished projects that are sitting on my computer that I haven't really gotten towards yet. That I want to pick them up. I want to pick them up and do them again. And but the problem is sometimes I usually go on the projects, right? In Sony Vegas, I open it up. This is pretty much the same thing with Source Filmmaker. I open up the project. I try to work on it, but then after a while, I kind of just stopped because I had that motivation. I had some sort of motivation to make the content that I wanted to make, but then when I open up the program and load up the project, it's like my mind just went blank, you know? My mind just went completely blank, and I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what I wanted to make from the very beginning. Sometimes, like nowadays, it's kind of weird for me to use live streams as a way to play video games, to as some kind of content choice. And I understand. I understand. Every people like me, sometimes they like live streaming about their thoughts and everything. But there was something so strange about me having like using live streams now. It's something that I never thought I could do or imagine I can do. And sometimes I'd usually try to, make the most sense. Like, I apologize if this is making absolutely no sense to you, but I know some people know what I'm talking about. Though, I do apologize. I try to make the best of things. I try to make it sound decent, and I try to word it in some sort of way. But anyway, back to the future. Am I going to close my channel? Is what I keep thinking, and no, I'm not. I'm not going to close my channel. Like if my channel, in the sense of it, ever does get terminated, it's not really going to be the last of me. If my channel gets terminated for any sort of reason, I will come back. I will have to re-upload all my content though, which luckily I have archived on some media storage devices. But what does this have to do with the future of the channel? Oh yeah. So it's been kind of troubling to think of stuff to make, mostly because I've been focusing, well, I haven't really been focusing too much on my life stuff itself. In school, it's been really stressful for me to think of stuff. I feel really disorganized in some way. I know exactly how that feels, when you're very disorganized and you don't have anything else to think about. I've always been disorganized for the majority of my life, and it's something I don't mind really. Even though in projects like, Fat Man, for instance, sometimes it'd be so unorganized that I'd leave the recordings just sitting in the folder of where I store globally all my recordings, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't organize them, put them into a project folder. I just leave them as is. I just leave them as is, and then I just plop them into Sony Vegas, and I do my magic, which I don't have anymore, but I love to get back. But it's just I have a lot of life stuff that I haven't that I needed to take some time for myself to think about. And for channel wise, for me, what I've learned myself is that sometimes you do have to make time if you want to really you got to make some time for yourself to make content that I used to make, if you know what I'm talking about. I know content sometimes can be really tough to make. Sometimes it can be really easy. Just grab yourself a camera, talk in it, and then there you go. You got like a 15-second video, which probably no one's gonna watch because it's so awk and just weird. But in my case, these videos do take time to make. Of course, they do. and they take some kind of creativity to think of the absurd ideas I think of, and I love to go back to that. And that's the future I vision to see, and it's something that I do want to see, and that I want to do myself. Oh shit! He destroyed my fucking sentry. Of course, always got to be that one guy. Your sentry's still there. Why have I not learned that? No clue. But anyway, back to the topics. So, future wise, it's something I want to vision. It's something I want to do. I've already said it tens of thousands of times myself. Um, and another thing, gameplays. It's something that I've noticed myself. I've been uploading more gameplay videos instead of the usual crazy ass content. And about a month ago, I released some kind of Gmod video. This was teasing a synergy video that I did with my friends about back in December, I think. Yeah, last month. And it was teasing something. It was teasing, once again, it was teasing the synergy video, and supposedly it was supposed to be a few minutes long, but I never really got to finishing it, and I felt really guilty of that ever since. It's just once again, I leave projects unfinished, and I love to go back to them, but sometimes I can't find the creativity or the motivation to do so. Like, I've lost most of my motivation over the course of a few months, and that really has hurt the channel a lot. And I do not want to go to the I don't want to go without uploading a video for a few months, and I come back mysteriously out of thin air, and then I tell you guys, hey guys, I'm not dead. I'm back. It's what some YouTubers do when it's what some YouTubers do when they come back after a long time. They just make a crazy update video, like I did. Oh, sweet, nice. I got a new level on my gun. Awesome. Oh shit. But yeah, I don't want to end up like that. It's I know everybody has to take a break from YouTube at a point, but I don't want to go for about a year or 5 years even. That's crazy, but I don't want to go without 5 years without making a video to keep you guys updated. I wanted to make this live stream to update you guys and, talk about everything that has happened, my absence, which I know some of you are very aware of. That, I some close friends that are watching the stream right now might understand what I was going through at the time, but I don't know if I want to put this here because sometimes live streams are not a place to put your personal problems in. But for the sake of me explaining what's happening to the channel, I would want to explain it. So, here we go. So what about the present of the channel? Why haven't I been making videos lately? And why has my quote-unquote schedule changed? Why is everything so different on the channel now? What's with the quality choices, Why don't you have any more time to make videos like you did before? And I have a lot to say to that, actually. So I wanted to answer all your questions, like, that you might be thinking of, and all these questions I wanted to, talk about myself. I've already talked about the future of the channel, but now I want to talk about the problems in the present. Sometimes in the past, but I want to focus more on the present right now of what happened to the channel itself. So let's get into it. Anyway, so over the course of a few months, I think, like last year, I have been making strange content choices that I've noticed myself. And like I mentioned earlier, it appears that the channel is becoming more geared towards gameplays instead of, instead of the crazy content that I made myself. And I get it. And you're wondering about the crazy, absurd, times when I upload. And it's because, like, my channel never follows a specific schedule. It never does that at all. Like, that's not what my channel was intended to be. And the reason why I don't follow a schedule, this is a good reason. It's because I won't have to do things on time. And it's just like Valve with with their game development cycles and everything, people can choose to work on a project as they wish. They don't set deadlines because, maybe what if they have stuff to change? What if, what if the project itself isn't that good and they need to scrap it and redo it again? See, there you go. I don't follow schedules myself because personally it's hard to keep up. It's hard to keep up with them, and sometimes when like I think I've seen this with some YouTubers themselves. They follow a kind of schedule, and sometimes when they don't upload a video, sometimes when they don't upload a video on that specific date or day of the week, people get kind of, weirded out. They start to think that, you really need to start following your schedule. I mean, you all might think that a schedule can keep you organized, and I'm just saying if that's for some people, go for it, Go for a schedule if you like. But for me personally, I don't like it. It gets I mean, sure, it can be organizing, but for me, because of the way I do things, it's very hard to keep a good schedule myself. I could schedule videos. That's what I could do, but that's pretty much it. That's all I can do to as at schedule wise. But about the channel right now, I really do hope. What the fuck was that? I don't know what that was, but I hope it wasn't a spy. So anyway, like I was saying, the president of the channel, how is it looking right now? And considering the fact that my last video upload was back in like what, December, which was last month, I thought I thought to myself when I haven't made a video yet, I felt bad in a sense. I felt really bad for not uploading a video at all or making a stream or anything. And considering the considering everything about the live streams, come here. You're not going anywhere. But anyways, considering how many live streams I've been doing, I've always thought that this might be a lack of creativity. I think a lack of creativity in a sense because like these are just live streams now. Like, what are you doing? You used to make all these crazy ass videos back in the day. Used to make all these crazy videos, and then like now you're making live streams and everything. Well, what's with that? And myself, I never wanted to make live streams, but that's the way the channel is becoming, and I don't like that. If you know what I mean. I don't I don't like how the channel is becoming. That's what I'm trying to say here. And now like I haven't officially gotten to what I wanted to say, which was fuck, this is awful for me to explain, but I'll try to make sense of it. I haven't I haven't made as much content because I always keep thinking that like I lost my magic as explained earlier, but there's a lot of things to it. Recently I just moved out. Well, I'm just saying recently because I moved out about in summer and I've found a new school which I have barely gotten used to, and the conditions and everything really drove me fucking nuts. It literally drove me crazy. It drove me out of my mind, and I wasn't even able to think straight. I mean, most people felt like that when they moved out, and I'm not going to use this as some kind of excuse. Well, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, just me having to adapt to the new environment really is a pain in my butt. Like, dickhead, don't do that to me. Damn it. Yeah, I've been trying to adapt to the new environment and everything. Everything's just been getting really stressful. It's been impacting my social and mental health for the most part, and it's been hurting me. And this is the most critical thing that I've always wanted to talk about. Like recently, like I've been always consistently staying up late at night thinking to myself, am I ever going to make a new YouTube video again? Am I going to go back to the good old days? Am I going to go back to the way things were? And I understand that you cannot always go back to the past. You can remember it, but you can never go back in time to change anything or relive the past, whether it's good or bad. And I know, but sometimes you'll be able to relive that past in the present. You'll be able to do these things if you have the time to do it. And that's always what I wanted to go back to, but a lot of things have been holding me back from making any sort of good content whatsoever. I mean, a lot of my fans, and a lot of you guys might think that, hey, Adam Dev's doing live streams. Maybe this is a new front for him. And on my end, it doesn't seem as good because you have to do a lot of improvisation on live streams, and it's hard to manage. And I never really liked the idea of doing live streams like this, but like I've tried to make a video myself explaining the future of the channel, and it didn't work out nicely. So I thought, hey, a live stream was pretty quick and easy for me to let out all my thoughts, because it's how easy it is for me, because I'm able to do it live and give my full unaltered thought about everything. That's kind of what I liked about live streams, but I guess from here on out, you're not going to see another live stream from me for quite a while, because I've always thought that that is not what I want to do, if you know what I mean. And yeah, the gameplay's ass, because I'm shit at this game. I'm absolutely terrible at this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, once again, yeah, me moving into a new environment has been really stressful for me. It's taken a toll on my mental and emotional health. It's bothered me to the point where I can't even think of ideas anymore. I can't even be way creative about the channel. And and I understand that, I might be able to get out of this if I just believe in myself, but I'll try to. It's just right now, all that I'm experiencing, it's like a weight. It really is like a weight. Oh, shit. Well, I'm terrible at this. It's like a weight on my back that I can't seem to push off. Like, no matter how hard I try, I'll always try to get it down so I be able to move. But then it'll always just try to find its way on my back again, if you know what I mean. It feels something like that. Almost like it, as a matter of fact. And it's been holding me down, and I wasn't able to think of any good, channel ideas. Like, should I make another Ethan Dickberry? Should I go ahead and make another crazy Gmod video like I've always been doing? Right now, I'm actually thinking about it. I'm actually thinking about going back. But once again, all crazy shit happened to me, and it's been hard to recover from it. That's why I never really thought about making videos, and on top of that, I'm a very lazy person myself. I will admit it. I am very lazy. I sometimes I don't. I think that, hey, maybe Sony Vegas will do this video for me. Well, that's not what I always think. But I will admit, once again, I am a lazy person. And things can be pretty hard for me to do under this, and I try to get rid of this mentality, and it works. It works sometimes. But laziness is not what I like, nor is it something that my channel has been a victim of. It never has been. But when I mess up my uploads and everything, like how frequently I used to make videos, it really pains me to see that this channel once used to be something like, hey, it was so active and everything, I made all these crazy videos. I made all these wacky videos that obviously some kind of crazy ass kid would have made when he was 13. And yeah, I was about 12 or 13 years old when I first made the channel. Actually, I was 12. I was 12 when I first made it. And wait, was I 12 years old? I think I was. Yeah, I was 12 when I first made the channel. And it really amazes me to see that this channel has come a long way. And I don't want to hinder that progress whatsoever. And I don't have dual monitors, so if I don't answer any of your questions in the chat box, I will after the stream. I will do that. So, yeah, don't lose hope, buddy. Don't lose hope. But in the meantime, what am I going to do? Well, I'll try my best to think of the things that I used to do. I'll try my best to do something like that. I'll try my absolute best to do it. Oh, 2 HP. Son of a bitch. Yeah, but I don't want to hinder the progress of the channel whatsoever. That's not what I don't even want to think about the end of the channel or my channel dying as we speak because I haven't made any sort of videos lately. And I don't want that to happen. And I know it's not going to happen. Just as long as I keep my faith in the channel, that you guys are still watching my old videos or anticipating when the next wacky Adam Dev video is going to come out by Mr. Quality Content Creator, then sure, I will try my best to make it worth it in every single way imaginable. I'll try it. I'll try everything. But for now, right. But for now, at this very moment, um, this was just the time for me to talk and explain things with the fans or the friends, the close friends, the loved ones, to everybody. I wanted to make some kind of explanation for it, so you guys can stay updated and not think that Mr. Adam Dev died in a car crash. I mean, that's a pretty crazy scenario in and on its own. But yeah, I'm not dead. I'm not dead, but my creativity is. My creativity is deader than dead. I have a lot of sleepless nights. It really sucks. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I had a lot of sleepless nights. It really is a pain to do that. Like, I would stay up late at nights thinking of a lot of crazy ideas in my head, and then I'd be thinking that I could put this all into a video. But recently, I've been adjusting myself. I've been trying to make everything work. I've been trying to adjust my sleep schedule. It's been working. It's been working, yeah. Try my absolute best. And I want to try my absolute best for the future. So, all I have to say for the moment, I've already said what's on my mind for the fans to hear. I hope it made the most sense to you. If it didn't, I'll pretty much try to re-explain it later. Actually, I will. So yeah, a lot of like I moved in, I moved away from wherever neighborhood I lived in previously. It changed myself mentally and emotionally. It's put a halt to my creativity, and I wanted to explain to you guys, which is pretty much a summary of everything I said. And I would like to thank you for coming here. I mean, it would be pretty pointless to make a live stream, but you could have just made a video. Once again, live streams are easy. Like, live streams, for speech-wise, they're easy to get out there. They're easy for you to talk. They're easy for you to talk. You don't have to keep revising yourself. You can just do it on the fly. It's really easy for me. But yeah, that's all I wanted to explain tonight for the fans, for everybody. And I appreciate that you've listened. I've appreciated everything that you've, like, 30 minutes probably. I thought it was worth it making a stream about it. I thought it was. And I got a lot of stuff off my mind to you guys. So yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for coming. I hope you enjoy yourself. And yeah, stay tuned. Stay lovely. And most importantly, stay frosty. If that sounds good. Goodbye. Have a nice day.